All right. I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get started. And everybody can hear me, right? Thumbs up, yeah. Sorry, my thumb doesn't really go up on this screen. It's kind of weird. I've been trying to get it up there. All right, first off, I would like to welcome everybody to junior high swim season. We didn't have a junior high swim season last year, so we are super excited to have it this year. I feel like it's like a special year. We're also realizing that we're really out of practice. So I hope you bear with us while we try to figure out how to run junior high again after a 2-year hiatus. First off, let me introduce myself. My name is Ashley. I am the aquatic supervisor here at the Aquatic Center, and I help run the junior high swim program. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you to Cord. Kind of move the camera over there to Cord. Oh, that was cool.
That was kind of cool. Hi guys, I'm Cord. I'm one of the aquatic specialists here at the Aquatic Center and also run the junior high program in tandem with Ashley.
All right. You will probably see a lot more of Cord than you will with me. I am more behind the scenes and I do all the behind the scenes stuff. So you'll probably see a lot more of Cord than you will of me. So, but you can email us, either one of us. There's an email that goes to both of us that you can get a hold of either one of us, and both of us can help you with anything that you need. Now I want to take some time to introduce you to your coaches. We have 5 coaches for this swim team. And the first one that I want to introduce you to is your head coach, which is Sarah Nelson. She's going to unmute herself over there and she's going to talk to you for just a minute.
Can I say all this that I have on my paper? I so oh. Okay, so I'm Sarah Nelson. I'm super nervous right now because I don't know how many people I'm talking to, but I'm super excited for junior high this season. This is the first year that I'm a part of the program, but I have coached before, and I've been in the sport for almost 20 years. So just a little bit about myself. I started swimming competitively when I was 9, and I swam through high school. I went to state all 4 years in high school. I swam in college. I was in the Navy. I was a corpsman in the Navy, so I have a little bit of a medical background. And then when I got out of the Navy, I lived in California and I started working at a pool there just to kind of figure out what I wanted to do, and kind of fell back in love with the sport, and I started teaching swim lessons, and I started swimming again for myself. And then I started coaching club in 2019 down in Southern California. I've been coaching high school since 2017. My husband and I, Ashley starts we moved up here 2 years ago, and I didn't have any expectation, or I was kind of like in that spot again where I didn't know what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go. So I started working here again, and the opportunities to coach and to teach swim lessons and to be around the sport again opened up, and I've been grateful for that. Yeah, so that's a little bit about myself. So I wrote down some goals and some expectations I have for this season. Like overall, the big situation, or the big goal that I have, is to prepare our junior high swimmers for high school and to be in high school. Where I was from, we didn't have this, we didn't have a program like that. We had either summer league or we had club swimming, which was year round. So you either swam for 3 months or you had to swim year round. But this program, I'm excited to be a part of, and to do that and to prepare kids going into high school. I wish I would have had that as well. So another couple goals of mine for the season, or just to teach like the simple things and the basics about swimming, like lane etiquette, good habits and technique, and really enforcing that what you practice is how you race, or how you're going to perform. I want to teach kids how to set goals, big goals, little goals, how to track their swimming, how to track their physical activity, and to begin to develop that self-awareness and accountability, because that's definitely a growing process that can't just happen overnight. But the younger we start them, I think the better success that they'll have. I love the sport of swimming, and one of those things that I love is that kids can totally apply it to their life, and take what they learn in the sport and then take it out into the real world. Or they can do the opposite, where they come in and swim and just tune out what they have going on, and it just can be their safe space. It can be their peaceful place to go. And I want kids to feel welcomed when they come to practice and know that they're wanted there, and that's a good place for them to be. One of the things I've discussed with parents is whether kids want to compete or not. And some kids can choose to compete, and some kids can choose not to compete. And I'm okay with that, because every swimmer is different, and I want to develop them as individuals. I do have team goals, but I think building the team comes to connecting with each kid individually. And another one of my goals is to have team spirit and have a positive team atmosphere, and to feel close to each other, and my swimmers to feel comfortable with their coaches, and just to have a really good time. So that kind of leads into my expectations. My first expectation I have for all my swimmers is to be kind and to be respectful to their teammates and to their rivals. I think kindness goes a long way, and somebody could be having a bad day, and you don't know that, but you could really pull them up, and teaching kids that, I think that's very important. And rolling into the bad days, we have good days and we have bad days, but I expect my swimmers to come in and try their best, and that best may look different for each individual, and it may look different for each day. And even if their best is showing up just to practice and being like I can only kick today, I'm just not having a good day, I'm good with that. And their best day might be going best times in practice. I care about the effort that is put in, and recognizing, helping kids recognize to do their best, good or bad days. And then for swimmers and for coaches, I want them to always seek improvement. So kids every day coming to practice, thinking about what they can do, little tweaks. Oh, am I going to do all my flip turns, or am I going to do all my streamlines? Just, actively thinking about what they're doing that day. And that's my same expectation for myself and my other coaches, is to give them feedback and to help their brains think and to help guide them. And it creates a full circle where they can learn and everybody can benefit. And then, I think that's about it that I have.
Okay, thank you so much, Sarah.
Yeah.
We're really excited to have Sarah as one of our head coaches. She's got quite the experience. We kind of plucked her out of the lanes as she was lap swimming one day a couple of years ago, and it's been one of the best things we've ever done. So it's very nice to have her here. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce the rest of your coaching staff. Since you are sitting right there, why don't
Sarah.
we have Sarah? Oh, both Sarahs are sitting together. I knew that. Sarah introduce herself as well.
I'm Sarah. I swam junior high when I was younger, and I swim high school and voltage. I just really like swimming because of the team environment, and it's just a good workout. So I'm excited.
Excellent. Well, thank you. We also have Morgan. Morgan, can you unmute yourself and introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Coach Morgan. A few of you may recognize me from previous years. I've coached, I think this is my 4th year coaching the Eagles. But I've loved coaching almost more than I love swimming itself. I got into this swimming in this program itself, and I absolutely love working with kids and coaching them and sharing my love for swimming with them. And I'm excited to coach again this year.
Excellent. All right. We also have Daniel. I know you're on here somewhere. There you are. You want to go ahead and unmute yourself and introduce yourself as well?
Sure. Can you hear me all right? I'm Dan McCombs. Nice to meet everybody. I look forward to working with your kids and getting to know you a little bit better at the same time. I swam in high school a long time ago, and I wasn't very good when I started, but there are some basic fundamentals that made it so that it was easier to become competitive. I look forward to seeing your kids implement those fundamentals and also become competitive. I was a waterfront director to Scout Camp, and I was in the Air Force for a lot of years, but now I'm out of the Air Force and I'm here at the site, so I get to do this in my spare time. It's gonna be fun. I look forward to it.
All right. Thanks, Dan. I also have Layla on here somewhere. Layla, can you unmute yourself and introduce yourself?
Hi guys, my name's Layla. I'm a high school swimmer and I'm also on voltage this year. This is my first time coaching, so I'm really excited for that. And I'm really excited to get to know all of you and kind of get in the environment. I love swimming and I'm really excited to share my passion for swimming with everyone. So I think we're gonna have a great year. Well, a great season.
I think you're right. And I think that Andrew, he doesn't know I'm going to ask him to talk, but Andrew just joined us. Andrew, can you unmute yourself and just tell us a little bit about yourself? I don't know if he caught any of that. He just got on. We'll go back to him here in just a minute, and we'll get him. So what we're going to do today is we are going to go ahead and we are going to talk about our junior high swim team program. This was a great time to just get information about the program. It's a rather large program, so we just like to go over all the rules with you and make sure that all the parents understand and the kids understand what they're getting into. So our junior high swim team, it's an instructional introductory activity. We like to make sure that it's lots of fun. We do physical fitness, there's teamwork and improvement of self-esteem. I have seen kids come into this program barely knowing how to swim across the pool, to competing in the top lanes and in some of the top events. So, I mean, it really does. I have seen swimmers improve so much and their confidence just goes so much bigger. Our number one program goal is for swimmers to have fun. We want them to be here and want to be here, and we want them to enjoy themselves. Our program goals for this program is to become proficient in freestyle and backstroke. They're going to learn the basics of breaststroke and butterfly. If you have an advanced swimmer, they'll probably do a little bit more than just learn the basics of breaststroke and butterfly. We're also going to make sure we learn to dive from the blocks and perform backstroke starts. We're going to learn how to do flip turns, and we're going to learn proper swimming terminology. Parents, you're going to learn that too. So yeah. All right. General program information. Just so you guys know, I am basically just going over the information that was sent to you through email on Saturday, I believe is when I sent it. Might have been Friday. I sent it one of those days. It had an attachment on it that had a whole bunch of information on it. It's the PDF thing that you got. It kind of looks like, I don't know if this will let you see it. Oh, it just makes me disappear. It won't let you see it. Sorry. It just says junior high swim team on it. So if you did not get it, please just let us know and we can resend it. You will also get a copy on the first day of practice as well. Swimmers, you need to come to practice ready to go. You need to have a swimsuit, a pair of goggles, and a swim cap. Everybody needs to have goggles. Swimming on this program without a set of goggles is just not going to work. Your registration fee, it included a swim cap for the program, and you can purchase goggles at the Aquatic Center. The swim caps will be handed out on the first day of the program, and you can get a replacement cap or you can get extra caps at the Aquatic Center as well. You do not need a special swim team swimsuit for this, okay? You just need a suit. And for girls, we strongly recommend that you have a one-piece suit. Two-piece suits are not recommended for diving off the blocks. They kind of tend to fly up when you dive off the blocks, and nobody wants to have a wardrobe malfunction on the swim blocks. Boys, jammers, Speedos, whatever you want to wear, you can wear board shorts. Just make sure you wear a swimsuit, okay? Your team shirt is also included in the registration. You will get that at a date. They're not ordered yet, so if you still need to change the size or anything or check on the size, just let us know. They will probably be about 3 weeks after the program starts. Probably the 1st of January is when we'll get team shirts. We usually send out all of we like to communicate through email and text messages. Make sure that you get your emails. This information came through an email, and then it came through a text message today. If you did not get one or the other and want to make sure that you're getting them, please let us know. You can email us at any time at juniorhighswimteam@idahofalls.gov. Everybody write that down if you're writing it down. It's really easy. It's just junior high swim team. It's JR high swim team at idahofalls.gov. One of the benefits of being on the swim team is you can come in during either of our lap swim or public swim for a discounted price of $3 a person. This extends to whoever's with the junior high swimmer at the time. So say you guys decide to do a birthday party at the Aquatic Center. Anybody that comes in with that birthday party gets in for $3. It's much better than the $4.50 or $5.50 price that you would usually get. We do not allow any bullying in this program. Those that bully in any way will be removed from the program. Yeah, we're going to go through just a little bit more, and then I'll stop for questions if anybody has questions. So our rules are all swimmers must swim and compete for the team they are registered. So everybody here, you most likely is registered for the Eagles swim team, which means you swim for the Eagles team and you compete for the Eagles team. Okay, if you miss a practice, you are more than welcome to go and swim with another team to make up that practice. However, you have to swim with your Eagles team 10 times in order to qualify for the championship swim meet at the end of the season. I'll come back and talk on that. Okay. If you are swimming for the Eagles, but you do not live in Eagles boundaries, thank you. If you are swimming for Eagles, but you don't live in the Eagles boundaries, you will not make Eagles records. You will not make any records other than league records. So if you have any questions about any of that, you can ask us on that as well. If you are in Eagle boundaries and you're on this team, then you don't have to worry about that. You'll make records and junior high and relay records and everything else. You'll be just fine. It's only for those who do not live in the Eagles boundaries. Okay. So this program is a team program. It is an individual sport, but it's also a team program. We have 21 scheduled team practices. To qualify for the LUPTAC championship swim meet, 10 of those practices have to be swam with the registered team. This helps build the teamwork. So you have that championship swim meet is all the way in February. You just have to make sure that you attend 10 with the Eagles team before that February. It's basically just coming once a week. or you can bust all 10 of them out at the very beginning if you want. When you come in, you need to make sure that you check in at the front desk. You're going to get a little key tag when you come in on Monday, and you will just need to check in with that key tag, and that's what verifies your attendance. Okay, so if you're not sure if you're getting checked in or anything else, just make sure you do, because that's what verifies your attendance. If your swimmer missed or will miss a practice, they are welcome to make up the practice with another team. Like I said earlier, you can also make up a practice during lap swim or public swim. You just need to come to the front desk and say that you are here for a makeup for swim team, and then we'll check you in and you will be able to go in without paying. Just know that during public swim and lap swim, there is no coaches available. So just make sure you know that you're just on your own and using those lanes as you want. Okay. We will disqualify for swimmers during practices or from swim meets for unsportsmanlike conduct, including but not limited to swearing, bullying, horseplay, fighting, and or stealing. We don't usually have a lot of problems with any of this, and I really hope we don't have any problems with that. If you guys have any little problems that we can take care of, if you have any concerns about anything, please let us know so we can take care of them before they become big problems. All right. We are also ordering sweatshirts this year. So your program fee, it comes with a shirt, and those shirts are, they're the same throughout the entire program, but the team shirts or the team sweatshirts, they're optional. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what they look like here. This is what they look like for this year. I think there's a back to them, but that's what they look like for this year. And you can buy those. They're $35. They have to be ordered by Thursday next week to be back for Christmas. So our order will go in on Thursday next week. So just make sure you get ordered by then. Okay. I'm going to turn over some time to Cord and let him talk for just a minute, so you don't have to listen to my voice the entire time. And he's going to talk to you. Before we do that, does anybody have any questions at this point? If you do, just unmute yourself and talk. No questions? If your microphone doesn't work or anything, you can always put it in the chat as well.
I had a question. Where do we go to order the team shirt?
The team sweatshirt. So you'll just go onto the same registration page as you did when you signed up.
Okay.
It's also on, just trying to see if I can find it for you, so that way you can see it. It would be in your Team Unify, or I'm sorry, not your Team Unify, this is what it looks like when you go to your registration page. So if you go to the junior high swim team program and then go to junior high sweatshirt orders right there, you can put them in. There's one for each team. So you can just go right here. So it's just under that same section. And that is, if you need a shortcut to it, it's www.idahofalls.idaho.gov/registration.
Okay, perfect.
While he is talking, I will type it into the screen. So that way you guys have it, so you can find them there.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? All right, well, I'm gonna go let Cord talk about swim meets. I'll move this over here so you can see Cord and not me. It's kind of fun.
Okay. All right, guys, we're going to talk about swim meets. Swim meets are one of the most enjoyable aspects, I think, of the junior high program. They're a little bit different this year because we have 6 teams instead of our normal 5 that we're running. And so there are no bye weeks for any team this year. All teams have a meet every single weekend. With the email that you guys should have received on Saturday from us, there should be a team calendar included with that as well that should give you the dates and times of all of your swim meets throughout the season. Okay. So just as a quick rundown, again, all of this information is in that packet, but sometimes it helps to hear it out loud as well. There are 5 swim meets that you guys will get throughout the season that are dual meets. That means it's your team versus one other team. And then on February 11th, that is the Lubtech Junior High Championship swim meet. So 6 swim meets total. That championship swim meet is actually the 10th and 11th of February. It's split into 2 days. Okay. Every swimmer, and I'm going to reemphasize this because there's always questions on it every year, but every swimmer is eligible right now to swim in any single one of those dual meets through starting from that first week in January all the way through that first week in February. Okay, there's no practice requirements for any of those dual meets at any time. It's just for that final championship swim meet on February 11th where you have to have your 10 team practices. Okay. In addition, with the 10 team practices for the championship swim meet, you have to have a seed time from this year for your events at those at that meet as well, for the events you want to swim. So make sure you're talking with your coaches and making sure that you're swimming in the events that you're going to want to be working with at that championship swim meet. Because if you don't have a seed time for your events, you can't be in the championship meet. So make sure that you're coming to at least one other meet as well, although all of them are of course recommended. For this as well, you guys should have received a instructional pamphlet already, probably a couple of times, once with your registration and once with the email that got sent out on Saturday on how to set up a Team Unify account for this program. The Team Unify system is how we store everyone's times for all of the meets and register for all of the swim meets as well. So if you don't have that account set up, I highly recommend that you go in and get it set up as soon as possible. I will give you guys basically until Christmas, until I start hounding you every day, because that account is required for swim meet participation. If you don't have that account set up, then you cannot participate in a swim meet, in any of them. It's free. It's really easy to set up. It takes about 5 minutes, but we need that set up as soon as possible. So if you guys can make sure you're getting that set up as quickly as you can, that would be great. If you're having questions with it as well, feel free to go ahead and reach out for some troubleshooting issues. We've had some issues the last couple of weeks or so with some people trying to set them up. They've all had about the same issue, so just reach out and we'll go ahead and we'll help you get it set up as quickly as you possibly can.
Hey, Cord, I'm gonna put in the link for the app for On Deck Mobile. So if they want to use that, they can go there. I'll get that one. There's that one, and then I'll do the iPhones as well.
Perfect. This link that she's sending you for this app,
I think they work.
It's highly recommended to use the app on your mobile device. It's the same program. It uses the same login credentials. It's just built for a mobile device, so you don't have to use your web browser, because a lot of times using a web browser on a mobile device is really a pain in the butt. So, okay. We do need volunteers to help run swim meets as well. There's a lot of manpower that goes into swim meets. So anybody timing, we'll take timers each and every single week. Any of those open chairs on the side of the wall. If you don't know how to do it, we'll teach you how to do it. It's really simple. It's really easy. We also need people who are willing to help officiate the swim meets each week as well. If you're interested in that, there is a sign up link as well on that registration page. Or you can just go ahead and send either Ashley or I an email, and we'll go ahead and we'll reach out to you to go ahead and get those official trainings set up. The more officials we have, the easier it is to run the program and make sure those meets run really, really well for those kids. So if you're going to be here, you're going to be at the meets. Being an official or a timer allows you to go ahead and have the best view of your swimmer almost at all times during the meet, because you're right there at the pool deck where all the action's taking place. So if you can, we'd really appreciate your assistance. As far as the meet rules go, a lot of these will be handled by your coaches. So I'm just going to go over some general ones for you real quick. Swimmers can swim in up to 4 events at each swim meet. A lot of that changes based on team availability and where your split is, because there is a limit to how many swimmers can be in each event as well. But know that your swimmer can swim in up to 4 events total. That's 3 individuals maximum, or 3 relays maximum, to a maximum of 4 total events. Okay. Other than that, you have to be diving block approved in order to dive off the blocks. Again, like we've already talked about a little bit with those dive clinics, our goal is to make sure that everybody can go ahead and dive off the blocks before that first swim meet. Doesn't always happen, but we do try our best to make sure that everyone at least has the opportunity by meet 1 to dive off the blocks for the meet if they wish.
With that, we do have some dive clinics that are included with your program registration fee. Those dive clinics you can find on that registration page as well. We ask that you sign up for, if you think that your swimmer is going to need help diving, you can sign up for those online. I suggest signing up for them as soon as you can, so that way you can get started on the diving. So that way, if you need additional practice, you can sign up for more. But that's included in there. We want them to go off the blocks. We want them to be safe going off the blocks. So make sure that you get them signed up for those dive clinics if they need help diving.
Yeah. A couple of other things real quick. As far as the caps go for junior high, as in previous years, either your team cap or blank caps that don't have any other teams or whatever on it, they're fine to be worn during meets. So just go ahead, and the caps that we provide you with, make sure you kind of take care of them. We'll go ahead and give you a care sheet as well, so that you've got those. Again, unsportsmanlike conduct, we don't really care for. We'll go ahead and hopefully we don't have any issues. We usually don't, but it's a fun program for everybody. Let's make sure that it's a fun program for everybody, and try to keep it that way. If there is some unsportsmanlike conduct going on, we'll unfortunately have to step in at that point and stop it. And a lot of times that can mean kicking people out of swim meets and practices, and that's just not fun.
And that also extends to the parents, with the parents and spectators, and it extends to the coaches as well. So we uphold everybody to those same standards, especially during the swim meet times.
Okay. Finally, for the championship swim meet, because it is a large gathering, we have so many swimmers on this program and so many family members who want to come watch during that program as well. We do have to ticket the event to go ahead and make sure that we're staying within fire code regulations. So every swimmer is going to get 2 tickets for the event that they'll be able to have. You guys are able to request additional tickets up to a maximum of 4 for the championship swim meet as well. We can usually manage to make it work so that everybody gets the tickets they need. To request additional tickets, Ashley's putting another link and some information in the chat for you. Are there any questions that anybody's got on any of the swim meet stuff at this point? Okay. I'm going to turn it back to Ashley to.
I'm just typing in here where you can request these additional tickets. So that way you have them. This year, our championship swim meet is split into 2 separate events, because where we have 6 teams, we don't have enough room for everybody all at the same time. So we have 2 going on at the same time. Hold on 1 second, sorry. Fifth and 6th grade will be on Friday night. That's February 10th, right? Friday night, February 10th. And then, there you go. And then the 7th and 8th graders will go on Saturday. And they will be fairly long meets. We expect usually 4 to 5 hours for those meets. You figure if you take 300, it's about 150 kids roughly at every meet. So, but it is quite an exciting swim meet. And then the week after that, if you look at your calendars, we actually have an awards banquet. We do an ice cream social awards banquet. It will be over at the activity center again, and we hand out awards and we celebrate the season there. So make sure you are to put that on your calendar, because we want to make sure everybody's there for that, because it's really lots of fun. I think that covers pretty much everything that we need to cover. Practices will start on Monday, and your practices will go Mondays and Wednesdays from 6 to 7. You are registered with the Eagles team. Everybody's excited to be on Eagles team, right? Yay. It's harder when it's not in person. We usually do these in person, and so I can't get the enthusiasm that we usually get from everybody. So we're excited to have you. You guys have a pretty much full team. I think there's one spot left in the team. So if anybody has a friend hasn't signed up yet, they might want to get signed up because there's, like I said, there's one spot left. And then, yeah, we start practices on Monday. If you are new to the program, you might want to come in just a few minutes early to get your card, to get registered for your card and everything else. Like I said, we'll check you in. You'll get a swim cap and an information sheet and everything else. Am I missing anything else, Cord?
I think so.
Does anybody have any questions? So quiet. All right. Well, I will put the
Okay, I
email.
have a question.
Yes, I love questions.
Sorry, I was slow at unmuting. Where do we tell you again for the officials? And
Yeah, I have not updated that yet. We're gonna do a training for the officials. Right now, why don't you just send us an email?
okay,
I put that in there, junior high swim team at idafalls.gov is where you would like to just send me an email and we can get you on that list. I will probably send an email out with registration links of how to do training. I think we're going to do official training online this year as a point that just a presentation that you can watch. We like to have a dedicated amount of officials for each team, usually 2 to 3 officials. So if you are interested in doing that and doing it every week, if we could get 4 or 5 from your team and then they can just swap off every week, that would be fantastic. It's really not that difficult. Sometimes it's hard when you're having to DQ kids, but it's really about teaching them how to learn how to swim properly. So the whole ideology of this program is to lead them into the high school program, and they have a stronger DQ program than we do. They have stronger disqualifications than we do. So it's just getting them ready for that high school program. But as an official, it's really not that difficult. We'll do the training for you. And so if you're interested, you get in, you get to be down on the pool deck, and the air quality is really good down there now. So, I mean, it's a good place to be. And I think it's a great place to be able to watch and cheer for your kid and be able to watch as well as officiate. So,
sorry, I
Go
was
ahead.
just gonna ask, to clarify, if we sign up as an official, we don't have to do every meet, do we?
that's what I'm hoping for. We have to have, we would like to have at least 2 officials from each team, or 2 officials total
Okay.
at the swim meets. It's been 2 years. I can't remember, and so it's.
I prefer at least 2 officials per meet, and that's total. But the more officials we have, the easier it is to swap in and out, and we don't have to rely on the same people every week. If people have to take on vacation or they're going somewhere, or they just want to take a week off, that's fine too.
We had 4. We had 4. So we had 4 total. We had 2 from each team 2 years ago is what we had. So if we would really like to, if we could get, like I said, if we get 4 from your team, then we can cycle those out. And we did an online sign up last time, which is what we'll probably do again this year. So I will send out an email about officials and stuff like that if you're interested. It really is. I think it's fun to be an official and be down there and watch you learn so much about swimming when you do that. So it's just a little bit of training. It's not too tough.
There's videos included, so.
What other questions? Anything else? Coaches, do you have anything else to say? Okay, well, we are super excited to get this season started. We will see you guys on Monday at 6 o'clock. You guys kick off the season. You're the first ones. So you'll kick off the season on Monday. And if you have any questions, email us with that to that email address, and either Cord or I will get back to you. All right. Well, we hope that you guys have a great Thanksgiving, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye. Won't let me, there we go. Bye.